It's funny how most Americans don't think of noodles as top shelf, sought after dinner fare. I know my personal bias thinks of cheap Maruchan or top ramen from the good old college days. They were in the ballpark of 20 cents a pack back then, and most of us that ate them did so out of necessity rather than choice. But considering the cost, the noodles weren't terrible, and the powder packets not only turned a cup of water into a savory flavored broth, but they delivered nearly a whole day's worth of sodium, too. I still eat that stuff from time to time, but as far as noodles go, it's what most of us are familiar with, and sadly, it's the bottom of the barrel. Asian cultures, on the other hand, hold noodle dishes in high esteem. Japan's ramen scene in particular is fascinating to Sonia and me. If you don't know what we're talking about, check out The Ramen Girl for your next romantic movie night. We've been to a couple decent ramen restaurants too here in the States, which Sonia is a huge fan of. These noodles are indeed squiggly, soft, and slightly chewy. I found the texture more palatable when cooked for just a bit longer than the 4 minutes mentioned in the heating instructions. They contain a significant amount of sodium as well, boasting 920 milligrams per serving, probably mostly from the sesame and soy sauce packet. The sauce is just barely enough to thinly coat the noodles in each pack. When munching on the noodles alone, we both wanted a lot more of the sesame and soy sauce combo. It's pretty much just salty like soy sauce with a faint whisper of sweet from the sesame. If you were going to prepare a big fancy dish with veggies and meat along with these noodles, the sauce could easily be substituted with something else or forgotten about entirely. But as a standalone dish, the noodles are fairly dependent upon the sauce for flavor. As a base for a larger, more elaborate meal, we both think these would be great. As a snack in and of themselves, these packs aren't exactly stellar. The noodles are high quality enough, but nobody wants to eat plain noodles, and the sauce just doesn't do enough by itself. There's not even a broth for these noodles to bathe in. $4.99 for 4 packs of squiggly noodles. We probably wouldn't buy these again unless we had a very specific recipe we were going to follow. As stated above, I'm sure these would make an excellent base for a big Asian meal, but we tend to score things on what they are and not what they could potentially be. 3 out of 5 stars from me. 3.5 stars from Sonia for Trader Joe's squiggly noodles. Bottom line, 6.5 out of 10. Not bad.